Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live Show, where I, Sunita, along with my co-host Tracy from Miss Tracy Kessler, we hop on every Friday and talk about everything North Fork. The weather is glorious. It is hot. It feels like summer is in full swing, which I love. I'm not complaining, even though I feel like it's been weird. It's been rainy like the whole last week, and then now it's gorgeous. But it's the perfect season on the North Fork. The sunsets are spectacular. You can sit out late into the evening. Weekends, or how many days? I think it's 80 something days of summer. But I, for one, intend to enjoy every single beautiful one at the beach as much as I can. Good morning, Tracy. How are you?
Good. I have to ask you, are they doing work at your house right
No,
now?
I unfortunately put the washing machine going this morning, and you can hear it's in its spin cycle.
Okay.
I'm gonna go try to turn it up. Good morning, Eduardo. How are you?
Good morning, good morning. Hi.
I'm gonna run out
Hi,
and turn
Tracy.
it off next door, okay?
Okay. This is, Eduardo, this is what we call real life podcasting, real life TV. We often have our family members. In fact, actually, pretty sure my dad's going to pop in here at some point. And Sunita's got to turn her washing machine off, you know.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm great. I'm great. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
It's good to see you not behind a camera.
That's true. That's why I'm a little nervous, because normally I stay behind the camera.
Why are you nervous? I'm doing laundry. I mean, I don't know what you're nervous about.
Yeah, but I heard that I can speak in Portuguese here, so that's why I'm okay with that.
Oh, we would love that.
I'm joking.
You understand Portuguese?
I don't, but we can put on a translator and then
Right?
Well, that's a great way to jump in. Where are you from originally that you speak Portuguese?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Brazil. My hometown is Recife. That means reef in English. It's the northeast from Brazil, and it's a beach town. It's a lovely town, and I lived there until I was 18. Then I moved to São Paulo to study advertising, and in São Paulo is like start my career. So I used to work for the governor in São Paulo, and yeah, I used to take, like, as a photographer, I used to take like photos and videos of the constructions, everything that they're working with. And today, this governor is the vice president of Brazil.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you became a photographer at 18?
Yes, exactly.
Wow, so
exactly.
This is something you've been doing the entire time?
Exactly, yeah, for a long, long time.
And what made you pick up a camera?
I believe everything started with my dad, because he loved like taking photos and he record everything. So he had like a camcorder and he recorded all the family. So we have all these videos, all these memories because of him. Until today, we have like a CD with everything. So like,
That's
I think
great.
it starts with that. My passion starts because of him. And he's not a photographer, he's an engineer. But like, I think everything started because of him.
Well, that's fantastic too that you went straight from a passion about it into a career, because I know it's hard to have a career in photography.
It's hard. Yes,
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But like,
all of the creative careers are hard. You know?
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
true.
you're going to have to read that for us, Eduardo. It says it in Portuguese. Can you see the comments?
Can you see what? Sorry, say again.
It says,
I said, can you read the comments? I don't know what that is called.
Mocha de Peche, moqueta. I don't know how to say the first word.
It's my favorite fish dish.
Fish dish.
Oh,
Peche, I got that. That's fish.
I got that.
Moqueta. Yeah, it's a fish and shrimp dish. It's like very famous in Bahia.
Okay.
It's fish and shrimp?
It's really good. It's really good.
Wow.
But it's hard to find here. Maybe you can find in Brooklyn or in the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Brooklyn and city, when you landed here, did you move to the North Fork from there? I think you have some connection to Brooklyn?
Yeah, so like when I moved to New York, I started working at Smashbox Studios, and I met Sasha. Today she's my wife, and so she got pregnant, and was like during pandemic, So like we were like so nervous about that.
Yeah.
First kid, I was like away from my family. She was away from her family. So at this time I was working for Tate's, the cookie company.
Oh,
And we said, okay, let's try to move. And Sasha knew Orient Point because she used to come here with her family to like vacation. So we said like, let's try for a year. After like the second week here, she said like, I can't move back. I love this
yeah.
place. Like we got in love with
Okay,
it.
we need a lot of sidebars because you're dropping a lot of names, but we need to talk about it all. First of all, for those of you who don't know Sasha, she is an incredibly talented jewelry designer, and her brand is Sasha Samuels. Is that
Exactly,
the actual
yeah.
brand? And she makes a lot of jewelry out of local pebbles found on the beach and seashells, and they're all stunning. So if you want to go check out her jewelry, go check that out. Let's jump into Tate's for a second. You were taking photography for that most delicious cookies?
Yes, yeah. So it was hard to work there, you know, like the smell of, you know, you see the cookie coming out from the oven. It was insane.
It would be hard to stay skinny if you're.
I was getting fat, believe me. Yeah.
Well, they're worth it. Those cookies are worth it.
They're the best, yeah. So I used to like to work with them for a long time. So that's why we moved here, because it was closer to Tate's, because I was driving from Brooklyn every day. So we moved here. We didn't know people here. So like Sasha knew, she had a friend, Deborah, she does acupuncture. And it was the like only connection that we had here. So like step by step, we start like meeting people. So we met Brooke and John from Lumber and Salt. They gave us like a amazing support, was like great. And we started like meeting people, and we met Verona, we met Vanessa and Lisa from Homestead Landscape. So like people that people start like become like friends, people start become family, you know. So it was kind of like magic, you know, like it was great.
And out of the entire North Fork, I think you picked the most magical place when you mentioned Orient Point. If you go in that direction, I think in of itself, that is such a creative, beautiful space, and to be surrounded and close to it is incredible.
Yeah, it is. And that's why like everything started, because during COVID, like I have like more time for myself, and like Sasha used to say, like go out, like take some photos. So I start like flying my drone, and like the North Fork landscapes like looks like an abstract painting. You know, so like I was so inspired with that, you know, so like it was amazing. So we start like that.
When did you make the jump from doing stuff for Tate's, or do you still work with Tate's, to doing your own?
No, I don't work for Tate's. I left like 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
And like that, yeah. So I was doing social media for them. I was working at the bake shop, the factory. The bake shop's in Southampton. The factory is in East Mauritius. So I was creating content for them.
Yeah.
So one of the great positives of COVID is that everybody had a lot of time.
Exactly.
And so that really allowed you to sort of slow down and maybe fine tune your photography of what, I mean, like you said, the landscape here is, you can go out, nobody can take a bad picture. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, no, that's true. So like, that I was doing for myself. I was like, just like, taking pictures, and Sasha said like, let's create like a store for you. So like I started selling my photos on Etsy, and then like Etsy, then I started to sell like Lumber and Salt shows, and I have a like exhibition at the William Rees Gallery.
Oh wow!
So like so
I mean,
like
that's really something to mention, that COVID wasn't that long ago. I mean, we're talking about 3 years of time where you went from, hey, so let me try this hobby on the side, to go out on my own, and now you're having shows and selling your pictures. That's fantastic.
It is. So from this side was great, COVID, because I had this time to do something for myself, because I normally just like use my drone to like do for jobs, you know, nothing like for myself, you know, as an artist. And so that from this side was great, the COVID. The other side like was very scary, because I was like the first kid, And like my first kid, like couldn't interact with people, like, so this was
and moving to a new location
and
and
new
unfamiliar
location
from
with
what
no
you know,
friends, no family. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like
That.
there was like good side and the not so good side too.
But it sounds like you're thriving in all of those areas. You've made yourself a community here on the North Fork, and you're doing well in your business.
Yeah, we
Where's
did
your
like
next
a good
show?
community. Say it again, sorry.
Where's your next show?
My next show, I don't have a show yet. I don't have yet.
Okay, so you'll have to
Probably
let
I'm
us
gonna
know.
have another one in the fall, but it's at the William Breeze Gallery again.
Oh,
but you have an Etsy shop where everyone can
I do
browse
have
your
an Etsy
prints.
shop, yes.
So I think I found you on Instagram with, I'm assuming there's some of your drone shots, because your shots, because you're in Greenport, correct? Your shots of the boats in Greenport by the water, just an aerial view of them, are literally mesmerizing. I mean, they are just stunning between the ripples in the water. I mean, I can't even explain what, but if you're not following him on Instagram, you need to go find his account and just, I could stare at those pictures all day long.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's making me so happy. And all that like happened because Sasha said, you need to go fly your drone, like let's do something. And like, it was like I say, magical, because it's so beautiful here, so beautiful. So like, I was so inspired with all these new things.
Well, and then I know you because we had you photograph the NOFO Live anniversary party. So you're also doing gigs like that.
I do, yes, I do. I do a lot of like portraits, family portraits, and events, and I work with that too. But my background is advertising, it's commercial. So I work with like restaurants, hotels, stores. So I shot for Times Vintage here, American Beach. So a lot of like restaurants and hotels I'm doing too.
That's amazing. And where are they using that? Are we seeing that in the North Fork?
Social media, social media. For social media. And so normally it's like a food photography. For the Times Vintage, it was the store, so she used for social media.
I mean, that is such a beautiful store. I feel like
I love the store.
If you were taking photos in there, I don't even know if that feels like work. I mean,
That's true. I love that store, and Liz is great too.
Liz and Ricky, shout out to both of them for having the vision. Because
Ricky did an amazing job there. Like,
I've been here long enough to watch the evolution of that store from when it was a beautiful store, but nothing compared to the colorful vibe. It's just perfection. And they continue to add. I don't understand what more they can add, but every time I go in there, I was in there a couple of weeks ago, and Ricky has built this hanging rack for the long dresses. I don't know if you've been in there recently, Tracy. It is beyond stunning. It's just stunning. And it's a rack, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And every time he's creating new things and changing, like it's great. I love that store.
Where is your favorite place to take the drone out here on the North Fork?
It's a very hard question. But I think I love Orient Point. And like, I don't know, I love like 6-7 steps.
Okay.
They have those giant rocks on that beach. I don't know if you can capture the scale of those against the water, because those rocks are huge.
Yeah, they are.
So I don't know, how often are you taking the drone out? Is that something that you do daily? Like, how do you kind of spend your time in your personal photography?
Yeah, so now it's a little harder because like I'm a little like more busy. So I used to do more during the pandemic. So like I used to do like every day or like 3 times a week. Now I'm doing like once a month.
Okay.
Which sounds like a lot. Sounds like for the rest of us, things you've had to go back to jobs that you were either doing pre-pandemic or whatever, because everything has returned. I know, Tracy, you are like literally gone back to every event possible, where in the year you had 0.
Yes. Which actually you were making me think of that, Eduardo, because there were projects that I started, passion projects that I started during the pandemic that I would have liked to have continued working on and want to someday, but also being a single mom to a newborn, once the actual paying gigs came back, I didn't have the luxury of saying no. So I've gone full, beyond full time in my paying job, and I really don't have a lot of time for my passion projects anymore. So you're inspiring me to try to carve out that time and to do that.
You should.
I know.
But for example, like I flew the drone like last week, but it wasn't like for myself. Like, so sometimes I do like real estate, so I use the drone. And last week I did for the homestead landscaping, so it was for a job. So I flew the drone, but not for myself, not to create image,
Yeah. And what is the name of your Etsy shop? Is it just your name?
It's my name. It's my name. It's on my Instagram account. There is a link. You can go straight to the shop. There's a link
to your Etsy shop.
Yes.
So if you were, and this is maybe a tough question, and maybe there are multiple things that you enjoy taking. What do you enjoy taking photographs of? If you were doing it purely for, for your artistic outlet, what would you like to take pictures of?
I like to take pictures of I like to work in a studio. Because my background is advertising, so what I like to do is I like to sell the product. So if I have I can everything that I can play with the lights, and I can move the lights, and when you move the light, you see that it changed everything in the photo. So I like to sell a product. I like to do commercial.
So should I assume that all the gorgeous photos we see on Sasha's account you might have a hand in them?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's such a perfect synergy.
Yeah, so it's a good match, right?
Oh my God, I know exactly what you mean, because some of the photos, I mean, you're speaking like a true photographer, because it matters to you how the light impacts it and how that might change the whole mood of the photo.
It does, yes, it does. So that's what's my passion. It's changed how you can see the photo. Related to angles or lights, so that's what I like to do, is sell the product.
Do you ever do people's headshots?
Yes, I do. I do headshots too. Sometimes I go to the city and to do headshots for a few companies.
I know what you're saying, Tracy. I'm thinking the same thing.
Well, I don't know many people out here who are doing that. And there are a lot of business people who are now working remotely, who live out here, and often we're seen in our homes with the blurred background on Zoom, right? But maybe didn't have the chance to get that headshot done. So I think that's good to know. We'll pass.
Yeah, it would be great. So headshots, I don't know why, but normally I go to the city. So people from there hire me. Yeah. So I drive there to do the headshots.
Well, after today, you might have a North Fork headshot business.
I would love that. It would be great.
Well, speaking of capturing portraits and stuff, I just want to say thank you for the beautiful captures of our NOFO Live party. I know Tracy and I were so busy mingling and chatting, but I love that you captured the images of so many people that came. It was kind of great to have a room full of local North Forkers, and I think you did an amazing job of capturing what we wanted to achieve that evening.
Thank you. But that wasn't just me, because it was a beautiful party. Everybody was happy. Yeah. So that's make my job easier. Yeah. So get the right moment, people smiling, see a beautiful
It definitely
party.
Was a good energy of everybody happy to see each other and communicating and collaborating. And I know you had mentioned
in a beautiful spot too, right?
And you had mentioned you had offered trying to do a drone shot that day at the beach. And as beautiful as it sounds, logistically, it just wasn't going to work. But it's still in the back of my head of, we need to find a way to be hanging out at the Low Tide Bar and have a drone shot of the Long Island, of the North Fork community hanging out there. I think maybe next year.
Yeah. Maybe. Let's try.
I would love that. So, Eduardo, we usually end our show with the NOFO Live 5, which is the same 5 questions that we ask everybody. So I'm going to kick it off and say, if you were going to invite Sunita and I to lunch or dinner, where would you take us? Where's your spot?
Oh my God, this is not easy too. So I read these questions, but like I wasn't sure. But I would say if it was like for lunch, I would say like lunch or like afternoon. I love Little Creek. I
Yeah.
love Little Creek. I love that spot. But if it was like dinner, I would say American
Okay.
Beach because I love the restaurant. I love like the American Beach and like Black Llama. I think it's the decoration there is so great. The food is great too.
The vibe is
I would say
amazing. Yeah.
American Beach. Yeah.
Okay, I have to go to a sidebar because we are, Cast is having an event at American Beach called Blast for Cast, and I think it's July. Is it next
It's
week
next
already?
Friday. Next Friday. I'm gonna be
next
there.
Okay.
You invited me.
I thought it's Thursday. Whatever day it is. I know that you're going to be there capturing images for that day, so we're looking forward to having you work with us that day and help Cast capture their vibe. So that will be at American Beach. Sunrise or sunset? If you were going to wake up, take a photo, which one and where would you go?
I always I always had to wake up earlier, and it's a thing that I don't like. So I would say I'm a sunset person.
Same. And same reasoning. Same reasoning.
although I must say, the older I'm getting, the earlier I'm waking up, and I'm afraid that I get to a point where I wake up for sunrise.
Yeah, you probably will. You probably will.
At least winter ones that are later, or I don't know, whichever one when it's later.
Yeah.
Where would you go to capture a sunset? And do you photograph sunsets?
Yes, I do. I have a few photos from South Holds. They call the Whale Beach, right? But I think I like 6, 7 steps because like it's very close to our home, and like there I saw my son like learning to walk, how to walk, and it was so different for me because we don't have the rocks on the beach in Brazil like here, so like it's different. So I think 6, 7 steps.
Brewery or vineyard?
I like beer. I like the Greenport Brewery, but I'm sorry, I think I'm a wine person, and my favorite spot is Cruto.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. I can see why.
Yes, that European vibe. Yes.
It's just such a beautiful setting. It's a beautiful garden. When you go there, do you bring your camera, or do you just go there and chill?
Sometimes I bring it. Yeah, sometimes I bring.
Yeah.
And do you take pictures on your camera? I mean, obviously when you're doing professional, but every day, do you take pictures on your phone or on a camera?
I took on my phone because my camera is like heavy, you know, and like sometimes I try to bring my camera, but like with the phone and with the resolution of the phone, it's like so much easier.
It's really incredible today what our phones can do.
It is.
Yeah.
The only thing with the phone is like you can't print, you know, a large scale photo. Right. You know, that's the only thing. You know, but if for social media, like you can do everything on your phone today.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're cooking at home, where are you buying your fresh North Fork veggies and fruits?
I love all the farms around here, but I think I like the Country View one is because it's close to my house, and I love the pie they have there. And it's hard.
And the cake, I mean, the loaf cake, so whatever they are. Every time I drive past them, that smell just, my car has to wear into there. Just from the scent.
What was the name? I missed the name. What was the name?
Country View.
Country View. Okay. I'm getting a message that Whale Rock Beach that you mentioned before is actually Town Beach. So
I was trying to figure out what that is. Okay,
yeah, but Town Beach has a rock that looks like a whale.
And I believe I donated that photo last year for Cass.
Oh,
awesome. You'll have to send us a picture, and we will attach the
photo
when we talk about the Blast for Cass. That sounds fun. I've never heard it called Whale Beach. Someone's mentioned to me that rock is called Seal Rock because I thought seals dry themselves on it. But I guess there's a lot of names depending on where it is. But I know exactly what you mean. It's a rock that juts out. If you're standing at Town Beach, you can see it out in the water.
Someone told me that story one day, and like until today, I call the whale
I
beach.
can see why. Now that you mentioned it, I'm like, yeah, it does kind of look like a whale.
And I always get confused because I'm all the way west in Jamesport, but Town Beach is the one where we did the cast polar dot, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Was it there? It's like it's on the way. It's right at the corner on the way towards Halyard.
Yes, I believe it is. Yes.
Okay.
I believe it.
I think that's where we did that.
I think that's where they did it, the South Oak Beach. I missed it, so
It's
I
just like
there.
you drive in Greenport, you pass the Halyard, like it's just like 2 minutes after that. There is a motel over there too.
Okay.
Across the street, yeah. Is it Sound Motel? Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's only one Town Beach.
Okay. So no, then it wasn't at Town Beach. I know where we went to a different one, and I don't know what it was called, but because Town Beach has a big parking lot, right?
Correct. Okay. It's flat, very flat. By the way, excellent spot to catch sunsets for so many reasons.
Great,
One,
yes.
because it's huge. Two, because it's so flat, you could sit in your car and still catch it. It's not something that you
go
can get
up and down.
Yes, a lot of people will drive up just at sunset. I've taken some beautiful pictures, or just mesmerized by the view there. I mean, it's not far from where I am, but still a totally different view. And then there's that rock that looks like a whale.
That's
Now
true.
I'm gonna have to go look for the whale rock because I don't think I've seen it.
And I will send the photo that I sent to Cass last year.
Definitely
so
send it to us. That's great. Well, Eduardo, we usually end our show with asking people why they love being a part of the North Fork community.
Like I said before, it's like for me everything was like magic. It was like everything happened so fast. Like meeting people, and like these people like became like friends, family, and like one thing that I realized that there's so many good artists here, so many like nice people, good artists, and I think that's it. Like I love it here, and like I couldn't imagine like that place. I couldn't like imagine how it was before.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it is magic. We agree. That's why we do this show and invite everyone to come and join us and share their magic with us, so that we can, spread the love for everybody here on the North Fork. So thank you for joining us today, Eduardo. And looking forward to seeing you next Friday.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And thank you for the opportunity.
Okay.
Thank you.
We keep saying Friday, but something tells me it's Thursday. So let's
you're right
on that day.
Right.
I just want to make sure we're not sending people to American Beach. I mean, you can go to Friday, have dinner, but I think class for cast is on Thursday. Thank you, Eduardo. I love this conversation. Your smile is just radiating the joy that you feel for the North Fork. And I love the story of how quickly you were able to find your creative people here. It really is magic. I don't think a transplant can so easily find their home base in other places. I think North Fork just has that beauty, and we're also lucky that we ended up here.
You're right.
Enjoy your Friday, everyone, and we will see you next week. Bye.
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 Thank you.